right?
Yep.
All right, today we're on lesson 22, page 131. We're going to continue with equivalent fractions, and now we're going to start drawing some pictures. And we've done some of this before, usually with a pizza. So we got a half, and we break it up into fourths. So they're equivalent. 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Probably today, don't recommend doing circles, because we want to keep the pieces the same size, and it's a little easier when you do boxes like this. Okay, we've got thirds, same size box. That's terrible. That's a little better. Now this would be like 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Gonna break this up into 6, 1/6, 2/6. I could even write it in the box. 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. Okay, so we can see where they maybe could be equivalent, where your 2/6, which would be this much, would be equivalent to 1/3. Your 4/6, so like 1/3 equals 2/6, 2/3 equals 4/6. And then our last one, 6/6 and 3/3, all equivalent. So that's kind of what we're going to do today, and it's a pretty easy assignment, I think. Looking at it. Our first application problem on page 131.
Mr. Ramos wants to put a wire on the wall. He puts 9 nails equally spaced along the wire. Draw a number line representing the wire. Label it from 0 at the start of the wire to 1 at the end. Mark each fraction where Mr. Ramos puts each nail.
All right.
So 9 nails equally spaced. It wants you to draw the number line and then build a number bond with unit fractions to 1 whole.
Ooh, nice.
And then write the fraction of the nail that is equivalent to 1/2 the wire. A lot to do there.
Lots to do there.
So
And
start
I'll
out
give
with a
you
number
hint.
line.
I'll give you a hint. They're using 9 nails, but 9 is not going to be your denominator, your bottom number. It's going to be 8. The reason why is we need a nail right here where it's 0/8. So you're going to go from 0/8 to 8/8 with nails. Go. Halfway would be 4/8. That would be 2/8. 6/8. Do my rest of my halves. So I've got 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, and 7/8. All right, so your number line should have looked like that. They wanted you to make a number bond, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have 1 in the middle, and then you're going to have how many legs?
8, since it's an eighths.
8/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm not. And then you're at 1/8 in each, all of them. Hopefully you did that.
Mm-hmm.
There's another question there,
And then
though.
B is write the fraction of the nail that is equivalent to 1/2 of the wire.
All right. So from here to here, what is halfway?
4/8.
1/2 is equal to 4/8.
Super.
All right. Turn the page. Now we are dealing not with a number line, we're dealing with actual figures. And they want you to write a shaded fraction, not the white fraction, the shaded, so that's going to be your top number, on the blank. Then draw the line to match the equivalent fraction. Okay? So the first one, pretty simple, right? Okay. So you're going to write 1/2 on the line.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're going to do that for all of them, and then draw lines that connect them. That one I think you can do on your own. And of course the one that's equivalent to that is the one that's clear down here, where we've got 2/4.
Oh, 1/2
2/4
is the same as
Yep.
2/4.
Yep.
You're going to
Do
do
the
that
other
with...
ones, Mrs. Nugget?
No, I can do it. You can do that with the whole page.
Okay. All right, go ahead and get that done. All right, next page. On number 2, it says write the missing part of each fraction. Pretty simple. They gave you 1/3 is equal to, they even gave you how many pieces you have, 6, but how many are colored?
2.
2, pretty easy there, right? So do the rest of those. You can do those on your own. So the middle problem should have gotten 2. They had 2 for you. How many pieces do you have? You have 8 pieces. So 2/8 equals 1/4. And then the one on the clear right, we have 4/8 is equal to 8. What they cut them into looks like 16ths. So 4/8 is equal to 8/16. All right, number 3, you're going to have to draw to show why does it take 2 copies of 1/8 to show the same amount of copy as 1/4. So you need to do 2 boxes. And so you're going to have a box here, you're going to have a box here, and you need to show me 8ths, and you need to show me 4ths. Is that correct?
Yep.
Mrs. Nutter?
Yep.
Great. So go ahead and do that. Why it says, but 2 copies. So basically they're going to ask you why is 2/8 equivalent to 1/4? Because you have 2 1/4 is what they're saying. You got 2 copies of 1/4. So go ahead and do that. So my 4ths would be 1/4. Broke them up into 8ths. So 2/8 would be that, so it would be equivalent. Same amount, 2/8, 1/4. Number 4, how many 6 does it take to make the same amount as 1/3? Okay, same concept here. You need 2, you need one with a 6th and one with a 1/3, and show me why. Oh, you need to show me how many 6 is equal to 1/3. I'll call you back in a minute. No biggie. Bye-bye. All right, so we're going to break it into 6, break it into thirds, and we want to basically, how many 6 is equal to 1/3? So go ahead and draw it and find your answer. All right, break this into thirds, which is 1/3. Break it into 6. Is it 1/6, Mrs. Nutter?
No, I don't
Nope,
think that's
not
quite
enough.
equal.
Is it 2/6, Mrs. Nutter?
That looks pretty equal.
Yep. So, my question mark showing 2/6 is equal to 1/3.
And I notice how Mr. Seneca draws his fractional parts on top of each other instead of beside each other, so he can see that they're equal.
And to the most part, the best I could of same size boxes.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Number 5, why does it take 10 copies of 1/6 to make the same amount as 5 copies of 1/3? Use words and pictures.
Wowzers. All right, so we need
Okay.
10. So basically, we need to find out 10/6 and 5/3. Are they equal? So we need to show that. So we can go ahead and say that this is 6/6 and this is 3/3. So these are all filled up. So we've got them filled up. But we need to get to 10/6 and 5/3. So you need to make another one and actually break it up and get to 10/6 and see if 5/3 is equivalent. All right, so we're gonna break this up into, we'll break that up into thirds, make it a little more teachable. So I got 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, and this is 5/3. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that much. Go ahead and write 6/3, which is 2. I got 2 full ones. So now I need to break this into 6ths. So I got 1/6, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now
Need
I
another
have
one.
7. What?
Need another box on the second one.
Did I mess up?
Draw a line. There you go.
There we go. All right, thank you. So we got 7/6, 8/6. Remember, we want to get to 10/6, 9/6, 10/6. Same amount?
Yes.
You bet. So you can say 10/6 is equal to 5/3. What if I said 11/6? Is 11/6 equal to 6/3?
No,
Nope.
not quite.
What would be equal to 6/3?
12/6.
12/6. All right.
Cool.
Is that it today, or we got more?
Yep, exit ticket should be pretty fun here.
All right, go ahead and read it, Mr. Nerd.
Draw and label 2 models that show equivalent fractions. So you gotta just pick 2 fractions that are equal, like say 1/2 and 2/4.
Yep, if you want to go back on
Draw a
the
picture.
page with the blue ones, those, you know.
Yep, there's some examples for you. And then number 2 says draw a number line that proves you're thinking about problem 1.
So we got to go back
Yeah,
to the lesson before, where you're going to make a number line. You know, if we were to do it with like this, I would have 0/3, 0/6, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And I got to break it up into 6, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, etc., etc. And so that's what they mean by that. So. Guess if you want to copy mine, go ahead and copy it and compare whatever 1/3 is. So I would say 1/3 is equal to 2/6 on this problem. Then I could draw it like we did before. So anyway,
All right,
don't use my example though. Find a different one than 1/3 and 2/6. All right, good luck, bye.
good luck, have fun.